Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we are featuring an absolute superstar of a watch. This is from the brand Vulcain. Now if you haven't heard of them, they have actually been around for well over 100 years. They were first formed back in 1858 and in 1889 they actually won a Grand Complication Award at the Paris Fair. Now that's when you'll know you're talking about a innovative high-end watch brand really. They carried on and basically through the 40s, I think they introduced their first chrono, the early 40s, then they introduced the Cricket alarm watch, and this is part of that. This is actually the Cricket presidential alarm, and it's a limited edition of only 100 pieces. They then went on and did divers watches and all that. They were hit by the quartz crisis like many of the big brands were, and pretty well went dormant. I believe it was in the mid to late 80s and made a resurgence back in 2001. This, I say, it's called the Cricket, and it's the presidential side of things. Well, the Cricket, first of all, comes from the chirping of the alarm, because this is an actual manually wound alarm watch, which is just superb. But the presidential side comes from the fact that something like 4 or 5 US presidents have worn the brand Vulcain, including the likes of Eisenhower, Johnson, Nixon, Barack Obama. So they've got some real pedigree behind them, and I think this is just absolutely stunning. But before I get too far into this review, I've got to say a massive thank you to the team over at First Class Watches of Kenilworth for allowing me to review this piece. So many cool, interesting brands, some you may know, some you may not know. So if you're in the Midlands area, I'd strongly recommend popping into the shop. If you're a little bit further afield, well, don't worry, I'll leave a link in the description and at the bottom of the page now. All I ask, if you do contact them, please mention the channel. So sizes and price. Well, let's get price out of the way. This one, being a limited edition, is coming in at £4,500. Now, yes, that's a high price, but this is a lot of watch, I would say. It is a very, very stunning watch, and when you get to see the movement and the features, I'm pretty certain you will appreciate this. The sizes, it is coming in at 39mm, a thickness of 13.1mm, and to be fair, it looks that crystal. There's a lot of thickness in that crystal. The lug to lug is coming in at 48mm, and the strap size on this watch is 20mm. The dial is just pure class, I would say. I love this silver dial with this sunbursting going along there. The sunbursting is basically you can see the grooves coming emanating from the center and then spiraling out, and that basically catches the light and gives you these different hues as you kind of spin the watch round. You can see it where it kind of catches the light. It is a very, very pretty dial. The hour markers have been applied. They are a baton type and affixed to the dial with a lovely amount of polish. The hands, again, all nicely polished, and they look very, very impressive. Now, you may have noticed there's actually 4 hands on this. Now, some may have thought that was actually a date pointer, but it isn't. This is the alarm indicator. Obviously, you've got the applied logo going up here. Now, where it says Cricket, at first, being that I'm a British guy, I thought that was something to do with the game of cricket. So I was thinking, why would they name it after a sport? But there you go. If you're in the US, you probably have no idea what cricket is. It's a bat and ball game played throughout the Commonwealth, taken very seriously as well. But this actually hasn't got anything to do with the game. It's to do with the insect and the chirping, which sounds very similar to what the alarm does on this watch. Now, let me give you a demonstration. Firstly, this is a manually wound watch. So if I want to wind the movement, I turn it counterclockwise. If I want to wind the alarm, I can wind it up like so. The alarm will sound for approximately 20 seconds. Let's give that a little bit more. Now, I've got to get this all right, because basically, if you want to set the time, I believe you pull the crown out and you turn it clockwise, as you can see, like so. Now, if I want to set the alarm, I think now I can set it by turning it counterclockwise and pressing this button. Now, the alarm itself, if I put it in position, we'll hear a click. There. Now, if I press this in, the crown, that's the alarm firing. I think that's superb. And you can cancel it like so. Obviously, if you wanted to set the alarm, he says There we go. So if I wanted to set it for, I don't know, 7:30. Now, obviously, we've got 7 here, and you can get these. The small outer ring here gives the approximate minutes. So there you go. That is approximately 7:30, and then it's set. So if I now set the normal time, he says, as it comes around to 7:30, he says it's somewhere around here. There you go. And that's now wound down. I just think that is... I know it's such a silly thing. We all carry mobile phones. There's no need for it. But I think it is absolutely stunning. I really like that a lot. The crystal on this watch, obviously a sapphire crystal. Could do with more AR coating, I would say. As you can see, it does pick up the light somewhat. I think that's mostly the dial. It's just got such a vivid dial that you do get a lot of light reflection coming off there. The crystal on this watch, as previously mentioned, we have got this sapphire, and you can see the way the distortion because of this big kind of section on here, this big radius. You do get a lot of distortion as it comes around, and it looks absolutely fantastic, I think. The case of the watch is just a beautiful polished case. I would say the actual case itself is very, very slim. I really think this does look the part completely. Simple pusher, no sign crown or anything like that. It's not a screw down crown, being that it's a manual wind, but it does still feature 50 meters of water resistance to its name. So it is, you know, still capable of getting the watch wet, and you wouldn't have to worry. Now, as we come round to the back of the watch, I think this is absolutely gorgeous. Let me give that a clean for a second. So the movement is stunning, and what I like about it is you get to see how it works. So if I wind the watch here, so if I wind it, you can see that winds one section. If I turn it the other way, this section here called a wigwag basically then allows me to wind the other side. It's fully wound at the moment, so it won't wind anymore, but you get the idea how it actually works. I think that is absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful movement. I put this one on the time, well, I put it on the time grapher, and to be fair, I think it was running +4 seconds. But what was more impressive was its positional, lack of positional error, if that makes sense. Many watches, if I put them on the time grapher in, say, said position like this, and then I turn it around like this, the amplitude can drop considerably because the balance wheel is spinning against gravity, because obviously it's having to come up and then come down. So let's put it this way. On something like this, what Bob's wearing at the moment, the Longines, it's a lovely watch, no shadow of a doubt, but the positional error of that was something like 40 degrees. It would drop on its side. Still, the timekeeping stays good, but the amplitude does drop considerably. I've got this Seiko Marine Master in at the minute, and that's got the 8L movement. And to be fair, that dropped some, I think it was 35 degrees of amplitude. This one, it dropped about 10 degrees. That's just how stable this movement is. I think it is truly impressive. When I actually, let's get the alarm going, you can actually see the hammer working. Let's wind so I'm winding the alarm up at a moment. On the back, you'll see that is winding up as so. Now, if I give it a bit more, let's see the actual hammer. Now, let's zoom in here. This here is the hammer. So if I set the alarm, let me get it so I can set the alarm on it. Here we go. So click. Now when I press the crown in, it should set the alarm going. So watch this area. And that's it actually going there. Isn't that cool? I think that is just superb. It basically hits a membrane on the inside there, so like a ring going round, and then obviously the back of the case acts like a chamber for amplifying the sound, and that's when it actually comes, gives it a louder sound. I think that is absolutely superb. Now, Past that, oh, I should point out, it's got 52 hours of power reserve, 25 joule, just a solid movement, it has to be said. As we come past that, I should point out this watch is also available with a bracelet. What we have here is an alligator style strap. It's perfectly nice and looks the part, but this is the only weak spot I would say. I would like to have seen a bit more padding. See, it's a little bit thin. But nonetheless, it is still a very good looking strap. We have signed hardware going up here. 2 keepers, one is fixed, one's floating. It is actually labelled up there. Overall, I think it is stunning. Let me put it on my wrist so you got an idea how it looks. A quick wrist check. I'm wearing a Picquinet Royal Manual watch, which is actually probably the most kind of, you know, similar watch I got to this, as they are very kind of similar in their applications, but this obviously has the amazing alarm. I should point out it is actually a bit an in-house movement, as previously mentioned. Bob has got on the, I think it's a master complication, no, the master range of watches. My wrist size is 7 1/4, just over 7 1/4 inches, and that's about 18.5 centimeters. I won't do it up tight, but that is it on my wrist. I think that is such a cool looking watch. I would be more than happy to own a watch like that. I think it is absolutely stunning. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of this one, but yeah, I like it. Take care, enjoy, and stay safe. Bye.